Our beloved Aelion has seen many glorious victories. These are what we call the Days of Glory, the most important holiday celebrated on Aelion, and I will always remind people of that. There are many who believe that the Days of Glory are all about fireworks and parades, but they are wrong. First and foremost, it is about remembering our heroic past. Do you know what the Dark Times are? How can you not know that? Very well, I'll tell you. The Dark Times are the most despondent period in all of Aelion's history. Eli disappeared, and there was no one left to guide the gods and immortals. So the immortals of the newer generations would get locked in a fight as soon as their powers came into force. They fought for influence over territories, and the enemies of Aelion would have been fools if they didn't take advantage of that. The Dark Times could have very well ended in the total and absolute enslavement of Aelion. When the Integrator brought his forces here to our planet, he was not met with adequate resistance. By the laws that govern war, I'm saying this as a strategist, we should have suffered a defeat, but Metarchus, Asterius, and Cryos convened the First Council of Gods. A common threat is what united us when reason had failed to. So we should also thank the Integrator for his contribution to the future greatness of Aelion. Simply, there's nothing simple about it. The Immortals had to rein in their ambitions and let go of old grudges if they were to have any hope for a future. Aelinar. It became the center of resistance, the symbol of unity and our victory. Back then, 850 years ago, when Aelion's fate was uncertain, every mortal and every immortal did everything they could. And Eli be praised, it just so happened that it was enough. No, I'm not that old. And before you even dare ask me, no, Herita is not that old either. I asked Metarchus, Asterius, and Cryos for details, but they don't like to talk about those days. Even Asterius. It was a brutal time. And nowadays, most of the mortals believe it was a courageous act committed by fictional heroes. They sing songs and tell tales about it to their children. It is called the darkest hour before the dawn. Perhaps it's as it should be. But we immortals have no right to forget the true cost, and must be ready to pay it again if needed. Don't give me that look. There's no need to pay anything today. At ease. Now you go and celebrate. That's in order. As you can probably already guess from the name, Aelinar had been named after Eli. However, Eli himself was not responsible for building the capital. He was born here, and thanks to him, the city reached an impressive level of development. Although, so did the whole planet. Before, the city had been called Anif, and when Eli became the great god, it was renamed to Aelinar. If it had not been Eli, but some other god, the name of the capital would be different. You can experiment with the names, you know. The results can be funny and not always euphonious. I'd say we were lucky with Eli. On all fronts, if you ask me. In the Dark Times, a lot of buildings had been damaged in street fights. And during the Great Battle for Aelion, Aelinar was completely destroyed. They say the whole place was razed to the ground, leaving nothing at all but ash. Aelenar was restored as a symbol of unity and the unconquerable will of our people. Some people believe that it looks better than it did before. I hope it's true. It may seem that Metarchus and Asterius have always been this old, but during the fight for Aelion, they were young, as you are now. Metarchus could beat any mage at the drop of a hat. He did not wear the blindfold back then, and was well on the way to becoming the biggest troublemaker on Aelion. Asterius was the champion of one of the provinces, and he was always spoiling for a fight, which is hard to imagine these days. Cryos led our cryomancers, but unfortunately nowadays, he's insane. Back then, his mind was sharp, clear, deadly, just like his magic. They were different, but they had one thing in common: their love for Aelion. People sensed that and were drawn to them. After the Dark Times, the three of them became true military leaders. The single best thing you can do on the days of glory is to practice your combat skills. We like to call it war games. Flavius has developed an automated military training system that is catered to immortals such as yourself. And now you can hone your skills in battle against the very best soldiers of invading armies. The fight is simulated. The enemies are simulated. Even your pain is also simulated, but the reward that you receive in the end, that is real. What's the reward? Why, the satisfying sense of a duty fulfilled. That and something else. What do you say? Would you like to try it now? That's fine. A special snowflake like you must require a lot of time to muster up the smallest drop of bravery. But try and be quick about it. While you're lingering, the enemy is training.
Mission successfully completed. Quest data added to archives. Movement efficiency increased. Insufficient memory space. Archiving data. Quest complete. Compiling status report.
You seem weird.
Movement efficiency increased. Calls for help detected. Recommended behavior model. Rescuing mortals.
Small world indeed. What is it that brings you here? So I guess that means we're here for the same reason, then. After returning from the Mantide caves, I've spent some time thinking about what happened. I had a conversation with Asterius, but didn't learn anything I didn't already know. He's more interested in the past, and I'd like to make sense of the present so that I may peek into the future. I came here to speak with the archaeologists. These are Asterius's men. They've been here for a while. They have been studying the legacy of the ancient... well, I mean, had been until the Mantides attacked and forced them to abandon their research. What I would like to know is what exactly is luring the Mantides into these desolate halls. Perhaps it is the artifacts belonging to Eli. Remember, we saw several of them in the Mantide caves. They're the same, just in worse condition. These artifacts have the ability to make the Immortals more powerful. If you want to know more about them, then just ask Asterius. He studied them at some point, which is no secret. If you'd like, you can also ask me. And not just about the artifacts. We are under the impression that there were two. The first one happened before Eli's coming into existence. The consequences were dreadful. Magic had nearly disappeared from our world. The loss of magic wasn't the people's fault. Rather, Aelion itself seemed to lose its magical potential. It used to be that on the planet, magic flowed around it. It was like a rushing river, but now all that remains is a pathetic little trickle. Only the most talented individuals on Aelion can use magic these days. What used to be child's play has become a tremendous challenge, even for the most skilled adepts who have undergone a lot of training. But every dark cloud has a silver lining somewhere. And that is that magic gave way to science. The disappearance of Eli. One of the greatest shocks that Aelion has ever had to endure. Ah, those are the masterpieces that were created through magical art. In this age of technology, they are extremely hard to come by. It is too bad that their magic has faded over the years. All one needed to do was simply touch the artifact, and it would fill the Immortal with great power. Well, to only those who were worthy. You know what? You should try it. Even if the artifact does not respond, think of the fact that it was touched by many heroes. Perhaps even Eli himself. It'd be like a handshake through time. Of course, I remember every single event that Asterius describes in his chronicles. I participated in some, and a few wouldn't have happened had I not been present. Well then, I'm sure you will be able to figure it all out. It's rather hard to say. So many years have passed, I can barely remember. I'm joking. But that's where I have one up on the old rascal. They don't call me the oldest immortal on Aelion for this magnificent beard, you know. Well, not just for this beard. No, I did not meet Eli, and it's still hard for me to come to terms with it. We all appeared too late for that to happen. In the end, perhaps that was his plan all along. Yes, immortals existed before, and even in Eli's times. There is evidence of that in the legends and the ancient texts. Of course, there were far fewer of them back then. Not many remember them, as their deeds were overshadowed by the accomplishments of Eli. But even the greatest of the gods back then needed allies that he or she could rely upon. That I cannot tell you, unfortunately. No one knows where they are or what happened to them. The circumstances surrounding what may have occurred, it is one of the many mysteries of our world. Alas, I'd give up a lot for the chance to be able to speak with one of them. Yes, let us get to work.
Analyzing system components. Efficiency 100%. Further combat hampered. Mission successfully completed. Correct tactical decision detected. Probability of victory decreased. Victory details added to personal file. Generating a three-dimensional model of the object. Evasive maneuver failed. Insufficient memory space, archiving data.
Greetings. I've already been asked about the... Greetings. I've already been asked about the new mission.
Quest data added to archives. Calls for help detected. Recommended behavior model, rescuing mortals.
We are retreating.
Large number of immortals detected.
I think you have some things mixed up.
It's absolutely impossible. I'm a chronicler. You see, I have a perfect memory.
Oh, really? A perfect memory? So what was her name then? That immortal that you used to court?
Let me take a look who's here.
Oh, greetings. It's good to see you. Alas, I must depart. We have talked for quite some time.
Young immortals must be completely lost without their wise advisor. I can understand that. Well, go then. I won't keep you any longer.
Farewell.
Yes. Let's add up some of the facts. We have learned that the Mantides found a way to use the artifacts of allies. Yes, I am in agreement. The Mantides could not have possibly done it by themselves. But it does make you wonder, who in the world could have helped them? Yes, I had that exact thought as well. It's possible Nerion could have taught them. However, there's just one little thing. Nerion is not clever enough to make sense of this technology all on his own. Even I, with my vast knowledge of the theoretical, have no idea how to put them into practice here. So that must mean that it's something else. Let's look at what else we know. The Immortals cleared the Landberg catacombs of the Mantides, but that was hundreds of years ago. And now they are back once again. But how did they even get there? And furthermore, in such great numbers? I am in possession of some ancient geologic maps that show evidence of a system of tunnels connecting the Landberg catacombs and these huge underground galleries. There could be millions of Mantides hiding in there. I agree, we should not do that. I will come up with a method to verify this theory. And while I am busy with that, you are welcome to follow another lead. I want you to go to Fort Krieg and talk to a prisoner who is there. He is the former commander of Nerion's Templars. You can call it intuition. While Liana may trust Nerion, I myself have an uneasy feeling about him. I would ask him directly, but Iana sent him on some important mission, so Nerion won't be back in the capital for quite some time. His name is Liberius. Please come and find me once you get back from your trip.
Quest complete. Compiling.
Let's make things clear. I don't need any trouble. I'm just standing here waiting until it's over. Ha! Should I? They take whoever wants to go, but I'll pass. I have half a year left. I don't want it to become perpetual. Not quite. But I've had enough of this place.
Don't touch me, I'm wounded. Considering the circumstances, yes. This bastard broke my rib and then tried to burn me alive. If I didn't have a shank with me. About one of these crazy freaks? Fire worshippers? These psychopaths could give the cultists of Thanatos a run for their money. More than I wanted to. I was in the sect for some time. Professional curiosity. I'm a former special correspondent. When I realized what was going on, I tried to leave quietly, but they took it to heart. Declared me a heretic and traitor and tried to burn me. Not a good day to be me, I know. Yes, the riot won't sort itself out.
Since I saw something like that, I was in the front back then. This thing caused a lot of trouble. Thanks to you, the problem is solved, so accept my gratitude. Liberius is right in front of you. You know I fought for him, right? That's why they locked me up, declared me a traitor, ripped my shoulder straps off, took my medals that I'd earned with blood and sweat. And you know what? When I'm out, I'll draw my sword for Nerion again. Because I believe in him. Nerion has a plan to protect Aelion. He will destroy everyone who will try to stop him, even if it's the people of Aelion. Iana? Ha! He's not afraid of her. Nerion won't stop halfway through. He won't leave Aelion to the mercy of fate. If you don't believe me, head for the Avestan Tower. You'll see everything with your eyes.
Quest data added to archives.
Greetings, Defender. We didn't expect to see you here. What should we do? Help them? Our orders don't say anything about that, so we're just watching. There are 3 things you can watch forever: the fire burning, the water flowing, and others working. The Mantides are doing all the dirty work. We're just here to observe and make sure everything goes according to plan. Their workers aren't that bright. Who do you think? Iana? We now serve Nerion, the future great god and ruler of Aelion. Which is what exactly? I'll tell you. He's saving Aelion from destruction. Do you think the humanity stands a chance? Oh, really? We're just defending ourselves. Do you think we can do that forever? On the contrary, it's our key to victory. The Mantides are far more complex creatures than us. It's time we accepted that. Nerion is the only god not afraid to face the truth and take it for what it is. People are doomed. Oh yes, and he let us in on it. Captain Icarus,
Quest
come
complete. Compiling
Roger.
status report.
in. Soldiers, we have an order. For Nerion. Don't spare anyone.
Probability of victory increase. Evasive maneuver failed. Quest data system, please wait.
Am I late? I wanted to help, so I got here, fast as I could. Please accept my sincerest apologies. Did Herida not teach you to look with your heart? Your prejudice, it has wounded me. No need for you to bother. I'll just report it myself. You can do that as well. Make sure to be safe, okay? Are you really under the impression that I control every single Mantide and Templar on Aelion? Is that what you think? I do what I can, working my tail off to help Iana. And this is what I get in return? But enough joking. For I have no affiliation with these people. They wear my Templar's uniform, that's true. But who are they really? The dead are good at keeping secrets. Not all of my people accepted the fact that I surrendered. There are even some who say that my mind is being controlled by Ia. I came here just to convince these poor bastards. I wanted to urge them to accept my new path as their own. But I see that you have taken care of everything already. Well, that's fine by me. And on that note, I shall leave.
Your own affairs no longer matter.
I don't think I could agree with you anymore. We spoke about Nerion. I expressed all of my concerns to Iana, and believe it or not, I must admit, I think I was wrong about him. Iana managed to convince him. She said Nerion is as devoted to Aelion as you or me. The Templars loyal to Nerion laid down their arms. I believe those who ravaged the village had joined the Mantides. It's no wonder to me that they did something like that. These people committed treason twice. First, they betrayed Aelion, and then their very own god, even though their god was mistaken. I don't think it's possible. Iana keeps a watchful eye on him. Her people are monitoring his every step at all hours of the day. If he even tried to contact anyone, I am sure Iana would know about it immediately. Well, at any rate, Nerion is not our main problem. Our problem, if you still remember, is the threat we're facing posed by the Mantides. So I request that you focus on that. If Nerion is guilty of something nefarious, he'll give himself away one way or another.
Like I promised, information that will help your investigation. A few hours ago, our enemy attacked a town and abducted several people. There's a first time for everything, have no doubt. It was them. As far as I know, the attackers met unexpected resistance from the locals, and someone got killed. I'll send you the coordinates. It's on the Don Plateau. You have a chapel there. Better keep a low profile. I warned you about the Brainwash Society, didn't I? Send your adepts, or better yet, ask the local followers to do it. They'll get to the place and search for evidence much sooner. Very well. I'll be waiting for the results. Stay in touch.
How can your followers serve you? I'll organize the search right away. How can you...
Quest data added to archives.
Ah, you're right on time. I'd say any other day, but not today. It's nothing. It's just Iana keeps loading me with work, and I'm starting to feel like her errand boy. Believe it or not, I haven't even touched my research for an entire week. Thank you, but that is not going to help. Who cares? To business. You want to learn more about those unusual components? Alas, I've had no time to study them. An Oculot's memory block. Wonderful, just wonderful. You were extremely lucky. Let me plug it in, and we'll see everything it has seen with our own eyes. Yes, it's broken. Nothing is ever simple when you're around. The fix is easy, but... Another message from Iana? What have I done to deserve this? When I learn to clone myself and have dozens of Flavi at my disposal, the 32nd or 35th Flavius will definitely help you. But seriously, it really shouldn't be that hard. Tiberius will help you get it done. I'll give him the block, and Tiberius should be wandering about somewhere around here. He'll contact you. Iana's going to drive me crazy. Gotta go. I'm so happy to see you.
I wish I could say it's Flavius again, and that I warned him it'd be a combat mission, but no. This time, unfortunately, it's completely and absolutely my fault. Nothing like that. I came here to gather some data for my paper. I've been working on it for quite a while and have put so much effort into it, but it's worth it in the end. Well, it's a thesis. I showed some of it to Flavius, and he approved it. Can you imagine that? Didn't even criticize it much. I was so shocked and overjoyed. I rushed here and forgot about my work. I barely had time to set it up when there were explosions and screaming. Say that again. Maybe I'm cursed. Maybe I managed to step on some witch's toes back at the research center. I'm not complaining. Well, as long as I'm alive. Oh, I almost forgot. I can't relax. The reactor may blow up any minute now, and then it's over. Well, not for you maybe, but it is for me. It's stable for now, but if we don't protect the cores... Listen, would you take care of that? This conversation can wait, but I'm afraid the reactor can't.
Mission successfully completed.
We did it! I mean, you did it. But I was supporting you the whole time. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for both my thesis and the Terran power station. So what did you need me for? Decode, you say? Just how damaged is it? Well, it doesn't matter. If retrieving the data wasn't possible, Flavius would have said so. So I guess the extent of damage will only affect the time I'm going to spend on it. Decoding Mechanoid memory blocks is a long, agonizing process. Just imagine this. You need to climb to the top of a very long ladder. You're climbing for an hour, 2, 3, so long you've stopped counting. You're climbing with all your strength, but then you fall flat on your face, and on the steps in front of you is the word have. Or maybe I'll just use the memory block of another Mechanoid to decode this. I'll need something more powerful. How about Rotharius? Actually no, but I have you, right? Right? Please say yes. I swear that's the only way I can do it sooner. It should be in working order. Go back to the Divine Observatory. There my assistants will give you a device that will allow you to be able to capture it. I think I'll stay here for now. I'm waiting for the repair crew so I can help them deal with the consequences. I'll take some readings. A specialist of my level can be very useful. Don't try, just do it. Good hunting.
Mission successfully completed.
Greetings. Tiberius sent me. He told me to give you this control device, and also send you the coordinates of a place where you can find a suitable Rotharius.
Quest data added to archives.
Greetings. Tiberius sent us. Is that the thing we need to pick up? Place the control device here. A nice gadget, don't you think? Just press the button and you've got a tame Mechanoid. Ha! It's a prototype. When Flavius finishes it, it's going to be a sensation. Too bad it won't happen anytime soon. If ever. But I look at you and hope for the best. If only I could. Don't worry, nothing is going to happen to the Divine Observatory. We'll get it to the lab. It will serve the alien science. Tiberius said he's waiting for you. Thanks.
Quest data added to archives. complete. Compiling status report.
I remember you. We've met before, am I right? On the Red Coast, next to the uplink terminal. You had this look on your face, Don't get your shorts in a knot. We'll let you go soon. But first, we'll need to wipe your memory. You know too much, but don't worry, it won't hurt.
Quest complete.
Help me. Oh, everything is spinning around. Wait, give me a minute. I'll be all right. I feel like I've been in a centrifuge. Hopefully there will be no consequences. Ask me something difficult. I'm not good at botany or biology. I need to study the natural habitat of the Moa, place it over the map of flora, figure out the weather cycle, determine the averaged values. What? Holy gravicycle. It got me real hard, didn't it? Thank you. Thank you for getting me out of trouble again. Like any true scientist, either you're obsessed with your work or forget about glory. Hey, by the way, who was that? I think we've met before. And what does that mean? So are they going to hunt me down now? It's okay. I'm used to being a victim of circumstances. No, I'm going to the lab. I've nearly let you down, and I really want to decode this blasted memory block. If the Brainwash Society wants to consider me a threat, let's not disappoint them. Get here when you can. Let's finish this.
Quest data added to archives.
So that's your laboratory, Tiberius. It's cozy.
Thanks,
What's wrong with my laboratory?
Well,
Wait, don't talk. I understand and admire the aspiration of young scientists to be self-sufficient. Our assistants grow so quickly. Greetings! What? You didn't think you'd see me outside the research center?
Guess what? I told Flavius about the attack and he came here right away. Better, I have a headache. But I finished the job like I promised. Oh.
Tiberius, please look at me. How are you feeling?
I'm okay.
Refresh my memory, Tiberius. Why did I send you to the Malign Caves again?
So that I could die young. Same as usual.
His sarcasm level is the same at least. Well then, why don't you show us what you have decrypted? Doesn't it remind you of anything? Alas, I am afraid that the old story with the White Room has surfaced again. Hard to forget something like that. All those immortals with altered consciousness. They gave me quite a bit of trouble. It appears our mysterious enemies are using a similar kind of technology. Long story short, they tried to brainwash Tiberius. That's why I came here. I wanted to scan him covertly. Mortals don't need much after all. How long did you say he's been like this? I suppose it doesn't matter, because regardless of that, I must examine him to make sure there are no side effects. But hey, what's he doing there? What's going on? All the Rethiarius systems are active. He's producing defensive oculots. disable them soon. I've successfully disconnected Tiberius from the network. Well, I'm still listening to you.
Why?
And he would have, if I hadn't interfered.
What? I don't believe this. I don't know what came over me. I swear, I don't remember that. There's a gap in my memory.
It looks like your adventure wasn't without consequences.
Oh, gods. This is wrong. Flavius, you need to examine me.
It's all right, Tiberius. Let's go. Soon you'll be able to get back to my work. Yes, I remember. I'll get on that now. You keep an eye on Tiberius. Make sure he doesn't do anything crazy. Okay? Let's see what Tiberius has discovered, shall we? Well. Oh, there's data from the optical sensors. Loading the image.
Until the Immortals get here. I hope. What the?
Did you see what I saw?
What's that? A human mechanoid hybrid? Unbelievable. Completely unbelievable. I didn't think it was possible.
This is horrible. Who could have done this? I'm going to be sick.
I wonder how they did it. I'd like to crack the cranium to see if their brain is organic or not. And what about the personality? Is it retained? That's unlikely. They're probably controlled by a program. But what makes them superior to their normal counterparts? I mean, organics are less durable than metal after all.
These creatures, were they made of humans?
At any rate, it's a completely new technology that I haven't seen before, and I'm going to figure out what's what, especially since I am the only god who can do it. Not without your help, of course. Travel, fall in love, find the meaning of life, and explore new horizons. I will contact you when I have finished all of the preparations necessary. Bye now.
I'm warning you, this is our last communication session, and it will be short. Otherwise, they'll trace it. I got too deep into this. Drew too much attention. Their attention, you see? The hunt is on. They want to kill me or worse. I don't know. You don't understand. This morning, I spotted their agent. He looked like a human. But it was a mantide. I'm certain of it. Your ignorance saddens me. Agents are mantides masquerading as alien residents. You can live under the same roof with them and never know who they are. Any, and I mean any human and alien can be an agent. You continue to overlook the obvious. Do what you want, but one day, you'll remember my words. I'm going to lay low, sever all contacts, disappear off the radar. It means you'll have to do without my help. I'm sure you'll manage. Your friend's adepts determine the place of the next attack without me. I see you have a lot of friends. Your friend Marcus. He should already be there. Hasn't he contacted you? Gods. Alright, I have to go now. Be sure to read my next article about the mantides.
Quest data.